Well, hey, Gundam Maniacs, welcome to another episode of Gundam Explained. In this episode, I want to show off my new Gundam office. So I had a change recently in my life where my daughter, who didn't live with me originally, is now living with me, so my office now became her room. And so where does that put the Gundam office? Well, in the dining room. So let me show you around. This is the desk, the computer, where I do my work. I have my Jackie Chan, my Wolverine, just in case. Just some various stuff on here. And you know, the way I even have the mic set up and everything, this allows me to do my recordings for the podcast, connect the cameras to do their thing. And this is also where I primarily work for my day job, right here on this. All right, next up, it was very funny actually moving from the original office into this room, because as I was doing it, my wife was like, well, why don't you just pick up your shelves the way they are and move them? And I was like, that's impossible. But actually, she helped me, and most of it was done that way. So that was pretty cool. So this shelf here, to kind of explain what I'm doing, the top part right now is just kind of miscellaneous. This is just stuff that I'm still organized and figure out where I want. It's kind of the same with the glass shelf. This part right here is for like stuff I've recently got. And so I just have it on here so I can reference if I need to grab to do a review. We've got the Mighty Strike Freedom shelf right here. It's a bunch of different strikes. The Strike Freedom, even Type 2s, but some Mighties in here. And then the Mobile Suit Ensemble. You know, a favorite of mine, I got a whole bunch. And then at the bottom here, the Gundam Universe, which there's so many that some are down here, I might have to put some of those up. Now this is the main shelf. And it's funny because this one I showed you here is kind of a cheaper one I got on Amazon, and I have another one. This is one I've actually had for a while. I got it at Target, and it's pretty good quality. So that's why I haven't really changed it out. I did install the lights myself on these. The top, various robot spirits. You got stuff from Blue Destiny, Crossbone, random stuff like that. This is the Zeta shelf, so this is mainly the robot spirits. There is a metal, Verka, etc. But, you know, I'm a big fan of Zeta. This is all my Zeta stuff. And then the original, the robot spirits of the original Gundam, the Ver anime line, which looks awesome. Love the Neo Zeong there with the real type markings. And then right here, even though I wouldn't say 08 MS Team is one of my favorite Gundam animes, it has some of the coolest mobile suits and designs. That's why I have them here. I mean, look at it, from the core boosters to the goofs, like the flight type, like the tank, the explosions, even those cheap chain bases. I've loaded them up in there to have the whole team. Like, I love this interpretation of Gundam and all that, so that's why these are here. And, you know, not too dissimilar, down here I have the stuff from Stardust Memory, because I do feel like Stardust Memory has awesome designs for Universal Century. So I have a bunch of them down here. And then Backlog. This bottom shelf is the Backlog. I think the one that I want to build next, actually, Stephen and Midnight Hatter gave me. It's the Gundam Wing, the 0 grade. So, yeah, looking forward to building that eventually. Now, over here is a little different. This is other stuff I'm into that's not necessarily Gundam. Big fan of the Tiger Stripe Wolverine. We got Val Kilmer, Batman, Wesley Snipes, Blade, Darth Vader, lightsaber from Disney, a bunch of cool stuff. And then the SH Monster Art. So, you know, same company that makes like the robot spirits, but it's the Godzilla line. Love it. And these buildings from GoGFX Unlimited, he 3D printed, painted, put decals on, everything. Even these little miniatures here, the little tanks, the Mazer tanks. Oh, and you know what? Beam Blasts, that he actually made these as well. These are pretty awesome. But also a fan of Batman, so I've got some Batman stuff. This Batman's actually a model kit that I built, and that's pretty interesting, even though it's a full-on action figure. This is from the new InArt line. It's a new action figure manufacturer making some high-end stuff. Wolverines. You know, again, I like the Tiger Stripe Wolverine, and then Spider-Man's a big fan of Spider-Man. And over here is, I guess, the Gundam Cafe. No, that's already a thing. So, you know, when moving into this part of the house, the dining room, my wife asked to keep the espresso bar that we had just put in here. And At first I was like, no, I need that for, you know, the robot spirits and the Gunpla. But, you know, I kind of like it. I kind of like the look. You know, some of the chairs that we had, I just put, so it's like a area you can kind of just hang out and chill. I've got my vinyl player here, a bunch of records, because I love listening to music that way when I get a chance, because, you know, you just kind of set it, let it play, and all that. You know, and don't really even use this too much, although there are periods of time where we use it a lot, use it a little. One thing I need to keep in mind as I'm using this is the steam, you know, watching for, you know, the figures that are nearby or whatever. We do have a higher ceiling, so it could be okay, but that might be something I need to watch out for. All right, now directly behind me, there is a fireplace. And right now I have just some of the storage that I was using in my office here for now. And again, not that we're using the fireplace that much, so I'm putting it here for now, but on the mantle, it's like, you know, it's a good place to put some of my favorite Gundam memorabilia I have. So yeah, to start, this is the Metal Build Crossbone. Metal Build F91 with the option parts on it, really love it. This is Chigoken Mighty Strike Freedom, really like this. Metal Build Zeta, got the Perfect Grade Unleashed RX-78-2, so out of all of these, it's only this and this that I actually built, the rest are action figures. We've got the High New Metal Build, and then this is a Metal Robot Spirits Hazel with the option part set, and then the Penelope Verka Robot Spirits. And then just to show these real quick, this was one of the first Robot Spirits RX-78-2s, and I actually went through, put real tight markings and decals on it, panel line, top coat, so I kind of customized it like a Gunpla. And then this was a high-grade Hazel, same kind of thing, not an action figure model kit, built it, painted it, added the details. Really big fan of this kit here. Let's look at my new office. Let me know if you guys have any questions about it. If you're a content creator looking to how to do your setup, like what equipment and stuff, let me know. Also, if you have questions about maybe action figure storage, or you have some tips for action figure storage, I think I have a lot, and I don't know if I should put some stuff up, or maybe there's another way that I can, you know, display things to like maximize space. But anyway, until next time, you know, shout out to all the supporters that make this possible. Yeah, check the links in the description for that, even our Discord. Yeah, I think that's about it. So until next time, have a good one. Okay.